What's up, party people? It is Brian here with Unrivaled Multimedia. The TCU opener for football this season was a very wild game. They won in a shootout against South Dakota State 59-41. At points in this game, I thought TCU was really in trouble of being upset. As in the first half, they were down 17-7. Kenny Hill, the new starter at quarterback for them, was looking very pedestrian, throwing a couple of interceptions. But when it was 17-7, they kicked it to the one and only Cavante Turpin. And then it was, as TCU fans know, Turpin time. And he took it to the house. 80-yard punt return. And then they would finally get back in the game. 17-14. On the next series, South Dakota State would fumble through the running back and go ahead and get the ball back to TCU, and they would run it in with their new running back, Kenny Hicks, for a touchdown to take the lead 21-17, and then got also another touchdown before half. So they were up, and then you thought the game was over. Wrong. You had South Dakota State come out once again with their phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal, wide receiver, Jake Winky, had 8 catches, 196 yards, and 2 touchdowns. TCU's defense had no answers for him. Their defensive backs were horrible. All that Tejada would be coming back this year would make a difference, but it definitely did not. He was doing whatever he wanted. They would actually take the lead again in the third quarter, but finally Kenny Hill really showed all of his talent and put the team on his back in the fourth quarter. And overall, the whole game, he rushed for 3 touchdowns and then threw for 2 more touchdowns, completing over 60% of his passes and for throwing over 400 yards. This was, in the second half, the hope that you hope Kenny Hill will show in the promise. You see his arm strength. You see the talent there. It's just he has to minimize the mistakes and the interceptions. He cannot just be reckless with his passes like he was in the first half. Second half, that's what you want to see. And if he and Cavante Turpin and Kenny Hicks, I think those are going to be the main big 3 for TCU this year. If they can really form, they can gel, this team is going to be very dangerous on offense. Also, they have got to get Des White and Emmanuel Porter on track. Those guys dropped too many passes and are going to have to make up for Dotson leaving and also Aaron Green being gone. So, overall, I was pleased with the offense, but let's talk about the defense. You had McFarland coming back off a season-long injury last year. He looked good, but overall, just too many gaps in the secondary. They were able to pass at will and do too many different things. Also, the pass rush should have been a little bit better against a team like South Dakota State. I know that they are a small school powerhouse, but TCU is going to be facing a lot bigger competition, and I expected them to have an easier time with South Dakota State. But I expect Gary Patterson to get the defense in line because that was a horrible, and I mean horrible performance, giving up 41 points. So I'm really looking forward to seeing TCU improve, as next week they do play Arkansas. That's going to be a very big game. Anytime you play an SEC school, because of all of the people that just root for the SEC, even though they are not as good as everybody thinks they are, that's still a big game. So I'm looking for all you TCU fans this season and your thoughts on this game against South Dakota State. So leave them in the comment section. And as always, please give this video a thumbs up, share this video, and please do subscribe to Unrivaled Multimedia. And until next time, take it easy.